Hi there, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman in the business today, Sonny Hersh, and your host, Avi Meyers.
Thank you, Marty. Hi, I'm Avi Meyers. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hersh, my entire technical crew, and myself. Dial us up on the World Wide Web at www.ntnm.org, where over 16,000 shows, as we film, probably 17 or 18 or 19,000 by now, have been watched. All our shows and all our segments are available on YouTube in perpetuity, so feel free to dial in. Also, we're real big fans of CAPS. I think it's very important that you should talk directly to the police officers that patrol your streets and not get lost on some web whatever. Anyway, so, go to caps24.org. Sonny Hersh, my entire technical crew, is the chairman of the District Advisory Committee for the 24th District. And at caps24.org, you can check out all the CAPS meetings for both West Rogers Park and Rogers Park, also known as Westridge and Northtown, and probably more names than I know to deal with. In any event, it is a pleasure and privilege now to have. And first I want to explain to you, people ask, how do people get on the show? How do I get on the show? You know what? Somebody called me, okay? People call me, talk to me. That kind of works. It is my pleasure to have the Recorder of Deeds of Cook County, Recorder Eugene Moore. How are you?
Very good, thank you. My pleasure being here.
First of all, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. And tell me, what does the Recorder of Deeds do?
Oh, very good. I'm glad you asked that question.
Well, we try to keep it basic.
Very good. Well, the Recorder's office is an office that is a repository office. And my primary responsibility, is to record, store, and retrieve information for the public use. And that's what the recorders do. It's there by statute. Any county with over 60,000 population is able to elect their Recorder of Deeds. So that's the responsibility of you to elect. My responsibility is to make sure I provide the service throughout Cook County.
And how long have you been a recorder?
I've been the recorder since January of '99.
99. So so 2 terms. You're running for a 3rd term.
I'm running for a 3rd term.
And how big is your office? How big is your staff?
The staff is 220 employees, and we have 5 satellite offices. One in Markham, Bridgeview, Maywood, Rolling Meadows, and Skokie. Plus the main office, which is downtown, of course.
So you're close to just about everybody.
Yes.
Okay, the Skokie one is a hop, skip, and a jump away from here.
Yes, it is.
And I am familiar with those other places. Actually, I grew up in the South Side, so
Very good. At least you know the area.
No, I definitely know the area.
Very good.
So in any event, have you ever had a serious race before? I mean, you've got a challenger this time.
Yes. Well, you always have challenges in one form or another. I've always had serious races. But however, this is a little bit more serious, you might say. So this might be the first time I've had really a serious race in the primary.
Yeah, the primary, usually in this county, especially considering how wonderful the Republican Party has performed over the years, basically the primary is the election usually.
The primary generally is the election. And very unfortunate or fortunate that we do have someone that will be running against us. But however, we are doing a fine job. I'm quite sure the people in Cook County realize what we do in the Recorder's office. We provide great service for them, and we're going to continue to do that.
Okay, why don't you what, I'm going to, you want to wing it? Are you comfortable?
I'm fine.
You want to talk about, you guys talk about talk about the office and, talk, what have you done? I mean, what have you done to make, go ahead.
Okay, in January, we started a backdata conversion with the Recorder's office, backdating records back to 85 going forward. We computerized, we automated.
1885 or 1985?
Right, exactly. We, as a matter of fact, what we have done is that we have automated the office, completely automation. Because when I got there, the office wasn't automated. Okay, we had computers that were standalone computers. Okay, they did not communicate with each other.
Ooh.
So therefore, that was a major problem. So in order to bring the office up to date, we brought in a team that provided service for us, and we computerized. We automated the office. Now the cashiering and index system can communicate with one another. So my office and all 5 satellite offices are able to communicate even to my downtown office, which is there at 118 North Clark. So therefore, we can tell exactly what's being done in each office, which is very, very great for the Recorder's office.
No, it sure would save a lot of time and make communication being nice is a really good idea.
That's the great thing. We did our track books, which is our grantor-grantee system. So therefore, we put all of those on the automated those, and they're all on disk. They're stored away, so in case anything goes wrong, as it did once before with the city flooding, what have you, and now our records are kept off-site. So therefore, we're doing a fine job in restoring all those records. And not only did we restore them all, but we have a place that they're kept off-site, so therefore we can always go to them.
Yeah, it's smart. I didn't even think about the flood. Not to well, in 1871, that's before the deeds.
That was the fire.
Yeah.
That was the fire. And we go back to 1871, as a matter of fact. We go all the way back to 1871. We restored those records, those books.
Wow.
On computers.
That's cool.
On the disc, CDs, things of that type.
So can I go on the web and I mean, actually, this was my parents' house before mine, so I've never had to buy or sell the house. I mean, when people do buy or sell, what goes on with deeds? I mean, I've never really had to deal with this.
Oh, okay. Well,
business-wise, I rent, and well, go ahead.
Business-wise, well, basically, like you said, your parents own this house. You can check our website, which is CCRD, and pull up the records with your PIN number. You see exactly who all own the property here. So therefore, in essence, we are just like the library. Yeah. We're the library of records for Cook County, for all property in Cook County. So you can check through our line system, our website. You see exactly the process, the chain of titles and what have you, can go through that.
Oh, that's interesting, as a matter of fact. I think I'll do that. But I need my PIN number.
You need your PIN number.
You need
your PIN number to do that, to follow the records.
Thank God I just paid, well, as we film, I had just paid my tax a few days ago, so no late penalties for me.
No late penalties. Well, that's a great deal. That's a great thing, because a lot of people are really losing their taxes and what have you, losing their property because of taxes. But the main thing is that you're able to track that, to see exactly what is happening with your property, to make sure people have not put liens on your property, mechanic liens or state liens or federal liens, because that's very, very important. So you can make sure things are working well for you.
No, that's important, and I myself, I try to be very conservative about those kind of things. And I don't want, the last thing I want is to owe anybody any money. I mean, it's a very easy thing to do in life, but I'd almost rather not have something than owe somebody. But that makes me very unusual.
You think so, huh? You got to owe somebody.
Well, that's usually no. You can owe somebody. That's true. That's definitely true. You should ask the guys who do business
taxes. Very much
taxes,
so.
But I just try to pay on time. That's the main thing.
Yes.
So if everything's all recorded, I mean, you don't have to worry about modernization or anything right now. You've modernized.
Certainly we've automated the office, and we're going to continue to go into the 21st century, even more and more. As a matter of fact, like I mentioned to you before, we started the Baghdadi conversion from 85 forward. Well, now we should be going back now another 15 years to 1970, bringing it up. And that project should be finished probably in 08, the latter part of 08. In regards to that. So therefore, you'll be able to use your terminal from your library or from any source to check the records right online.
So if people, for whatever reason, don't have a computer on the web, they can go to the Chicago Public Library.
They can go to the library.
Which I'm a big fan of the libraries.
Right.
And, they can check everything out there.
They can check out everything there.
It's very cool. And what kind of process? I mean, are the records really? I mean, you've seen this stuff. I haven't.
Yeah.
I think of something from 1870. Is it really yellowed, or is it hard to read? Or
it's not hard to read now.
Yeah.
Because we certainly have. We did the track book initiative. Yeah. So therefore, we put everything from the grantor-grantee online, not online, but on disk. So therefore, in case anything get torn up or get destroyed, we can reprint that page right away.
Oh, cool.
Right. So therefore, like it was before, you couldn't do that. It was all dusty and what have you, but that's been taken care of. And while we were presenting that type of a setting, we were able to hire people in the community to do those type of jobs. We gave them jobs, and we made sure that the vendor hired from the community of Cook County to help bring those things in, rather than bring in people from out of state to do that.
Or, as a matter of fact, these days out of country. I know when I call for service on certain things, and I hear an Indian accent, I know it's usually not coming from Devon Avenue.
It's not coming from Devon. Right, normally not. But in this case, it was coming from our community, our Cook County constituents.
That sounds good. So you're helping supply extra business to the community. That's terrific.
Right. And we had an excellent program there to bring in new employees, to give people an opportunity so they can see how the recorder's office works. A lot of those kids will go on to pursue other careers, and some will go into the title business. Some will become attorneys. I've seen a lot of people that said they used to work there years ago while they were in school, and they were now the attorneys.
Interesting. Now that I didn't even think about it, but I've got friends that do real estate,
Right.
and things like that, and of course they have to deal with.
They have to deal with the recorder's office. They come down and they check. They are the ones who really come in and check on the track books, because they're professional at it, and that's what they generally do. The title companies, they're searching property, and we want to make sure that we make those things easier so they can do those kind of things.
Yeah, that's a whole industry
It's
into
a
itself.
whole industry. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of, now that I think about it, I probably, as a matter of fact, I know at least a half a dozen people who do real estate closings.
And you should check with them and find out how well the office is running. You ask them, they say this office is running better than ever before.
You know what, now that you think about it, I've never heard any of them complain about your office.
No.
Not in the last 8 years, anyway.
No, you haven't. Not in the last 8 years, because we have brought everything to them. Not only that, a lot of the attorneys or the title companies, what have you, they don't even have to leave their office. They can check it right online.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that.
And they can record.
Yeah.
When they have a stack of them or boxes of them, you might say, they come down and bring it to our express line, and we take care of that for them. But sometimes the constituent himself can walk into our office, to our cashiering, and we can scan it, and it goes into our database right then, and we can give them back their property, the original copy, right then at the point of sale.
Very cool.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I like the modern world that way.
The modern world is fine. And we're continuing to automate the office and take it into far deep into the 21st century. There is a major metamorphosis going on in my office.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we deal with.
So that's cool. Okay. So, I mean, do you do outreach stuff at all? Do you go ahead, you tell me.
Certainly, we do outreach. We have staff that go out. When people ask us to come out, we go out and help. Mm-hmm. I normally team up with the assessor's office as with the Board of Appeal, the Tax Board of Appeal, so we can go out and explain what we do. Now the window is open now, currently in Proviso Township. They can go and appeal their property taxes. But while they're doing that, we have an outreach there that will explain exactly what we do in our office. So we work together with all the networks there, the county government.
So Proviso's places like Maywood and all that?
Maywood, Bellwood, Broadview, the 14 communities that feed into Proviso Township.
Yeah, it's funny. Of all things, the reason I know it's Proviso was I remember a basketball player named Jim Brewer.
That's my cousin.
Oh, you're kidding.
Jim Brewer, he just moved back to Maywood, as a matter of fact.
Interesting. But you know what? One of my first memories is watching him in the state high school championship game.
Yes, I was there.
Very cool.
I was there.
He was a hell of a player.
Yes, he was. Right. Jim Brewer was an excellent ball player. He's one of the first to come out of there.
And made the pros.
Made the pros. That's right. He made the pros. So you knew Jim Brewer?
No. I watched him.
Oh, you watched him?
No,
okay.
this is like when I was a kid. I mean, I've always been a sports junkie.
Yeah.
So I remember, like when I watched the Indiana game on public television, they showed the Van Arsdales.
Yeah, the Van Arsdales brothers.
Right.
Right.
They played for Kokomo.
Yes.
And my first two memories of high school basketball were seeing Cassie Russell. And he was a big high school star over locally.
Yeah.
And he missed a shot at the buzzer that cost if he would have made, well, it was a tough shot and it was at the end, but they would have won the state championship. And the year afterward is when Jim Brewer, well, I think it was one of the top 5 picks in the NBA draft, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure exactly where he went in the draft,
well,
but I know he went to Cleveland in the draft.
No, he went to Cleveland, and Cleveland's usually bad enough that they'll be a top 5 pick.
That's right. Right, but he went to Cleveland, then he wound up in L.A., and he got a ring in L.A.
Hey, a ring is nice.
That's right. He got a ring. He got a championship ring when he played with Magic Johnson and whatever.
By the way, I would also be more than happy to settle for the minimum NBA salary, but
Tell
that's
me
another
about
story.
That. That's another story.
That's even more than the recorder of deeds or the alderman.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And probably more than all of us. I think it's like 450, 485,000 right now.
I believe so.
Yeah, but then again, you got to be. Listen, I'm 6'4", but my problem always with basketball is.
Were you a guard?
No. Well, you know what? First of all, Jewish kid means I was a center. But the problem is, I had the speed and hops of a block of granite.
Okay, you couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't jump.
You know what?
I
don't want to run too far out of time. I'll tell you a story off the air. Because in June, as a matter of fact, well, you know what? I want to save stuff for the recorder of deeds. You don't need to hear my story. Okay. And we've only got about a minute left. Okay. So if people want to contact you or join your campaign, I mean, who do they call?
Who they call? They call the office at 708-345-9898. And there's a
708-345-9898. But they don't call you for that politically.
Oh, no.
Okay, I just want to be clear because you know what? I know how people misinterpret
Politically,
things on
right,
here.
well, that would be a different place.
Right.
To call my office to find out about the recorder's office, they would call 312
Yeah.
603 5056. That's the office at the recorder's office.
Right.
That's
And
what
the
they call it.
708 number is the campaign office?
Yes.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I want to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that was straight.
Yeah, that was straight.
Because
right,
I don't want to.
exactly.
I don't want to mess.
We
I don't want to mess
up
up
anything. No, we definitely want to do that. We want to keep them separate, and they are separate, and we're doing a fine job. One of the most important things that we are doing in our office, we set up a task force to stop the fraud that's going on in the recorder's office with the illegal conveyance of property. The task force is set up with the Attorney General's office, the FBI, the City of Chicago, and other legal entities that work in that area, because people were going around conveying properties illegally with quitclaim deeds.
I've read about that. Oh, that's another conversation for
That's
another day.
Yeah. Very good, but just want to put that out there, you know,
That's
because we
very
do have
important.
postcards
the
going
Trib
out.
has run big stories,
Yes.
series about those
Yes.
things. That's a very serious
It's a
problem.
very serious problem, and we're on top of that. We're working with that. We want to continue to do that and bring it to the people to make sure that people are aware when they do a quitclaim deed, and we send out postcards whenever that comes in their office, so to let them know that this has taken place on their property. And if they haven't done that, well, then please contact our office, because that's very, very important.
And that's at 312-603?
5050.
5050. At this point, we're really running out of time. I want to thank you very much, the Recorder of Deeds of Cook County, Eugene Moore, running for re-election. And anyway, thank you so much, and
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to be here to share with you what we do in the recorder's office. And we want to continue to record all your good deeds.
I like that. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.